Hello, everybody. Hello. Okay, so at this time, I hope you enjoyed the first course, or you're currently enjoying it. And we're going to begin our night of speeches with the Maid of Honor, Jessica. I'm sorry, Jess.
Everybody hear me all right? All right. I met Sam, I think it was 2015. We were both doing our master's degrees, me at Ottawa U and her at Carleton. Shout out to Nathan who introduced us. Thank you for that. And we've developed into very different people since then, and we've still managed to keep a strong friendship going. So today I wanted to talk about what Sam has taught me about how to maintain a good relationship. So the first thing is quality time and making a point to spend a lot of time together. So from the very beginning, we would meet up in groups and we'd always make sure we would chat with each other. And then we started separating a little. We went off, we graduated, and it became a little more challenging, and that's okay. So I started playing Pokemon Go, and she would sometimes join me, and sometimes we would walk for hours around the city playing and going out for sushi. And sometimes we had to play afterwards just to walk off the sushi coma. And now she spends lots of her quality time with Brendan. And today we still have our date nights every Thursday. And thank you, Brendan, for letting us have that time. And we meet almost every week. Sometimes we can't, and that's okay, life happens. And other times, we're like, okay, you know what, this is just chaos. We'll meet for a few minutes, and then we're gonna go do our thing, and we'll watch a television show together. And I'll be doing laundry, I'll be working on an assignment. We're like, okay, yeah, let's do this. And every Friday I feel refreshed because we spent that time together. Thank you. The next thing is to step up, be better, do better. And Sam is not always the easiest person to have as a friend. I'm sure a lot of people helping out with the wedding have found it, okay, there's a lot going on here, big challenge. Look at your centerpieces there. A lot of that work was done by Sam and the team, and I want to say that it hasn't been fun, it hasn't been easy, but we have been, okay, fine, we're doing this. I have a million things I need to do, but I will put them aside and do this for you. And you know what? It's worth it. It's worth it to make that time and that sacrifice no matter how much you don't want to do it. And do you know why it's worth it? It's not worth it to do that to everyone. Sam steps up. She's a big person. She's worth it. That's why I do it. I don't do it because I do not do that for everyone. I will not put my life aside for some new person just because. No, I do it because Sam's always there. When I have a birthday, she's like, it's your birthday, you have class, you're finished at 9 p.m., the restaurant closes at 10, we're getting out of class early, I'm coming with the car, we're driving you there, it's happening. She bakes me a cheesecake almost every birthday, just the way I like it. She's always there to make me feel special. And I'm honored whenever she asks me to do the same, even if it's challenging and hard. And I see Brendan and Sam do this for each other all the time. And the last thing is gratitude. So not only is Sam an amazing person to look up to and a reason why she's there, but when we do make those sacrifices, even if she's frustrated, she's like, you're doing it wrong, you can't do it this way, I can't put up with you right now. That's okay. At the end, when all is said and done, she comes up and says, thank you, I'm so glad you were there for me. And she makes a point to show her gratitude over and over and over again, and it brings tears to my eyes all the time. Thank you so much. So, what I'd like the rest of us to do, with all of the important relationships in your life, with all the ones that call you to be better and step up even when you don't want to. Those important people in your life, just like Sam and Brendan do for each other. I want us all to make sure we're taking the time to spend quality time with others. Make sure you're putting in that effort and always making the time to be there for who's important for you. Step up, even when you don't want to, even when they're yelling at you and you feel like yelling at them. And remember why you're stepping up for these people. They're stepping up for you, you're stepping up for them. We're bringing each other to become better people. These centerpieces are absolutely amazing. That took so much effort. Take a look around you. Take a look at all the things that got set up. Sam and Brendan put a lot of effort into making this a masterpiece because they cared about their wedding, but they did not just care about their wedding, they cared about all of you who are here visiting. So let's all take a moment to also practice gratitude and really feel grateful for everything they have done bringing us together today and everything they have done to bring you into their circle and be a part of their lives. And I want you to bring that same gratitude to your important relationships, as I'm sure Sam and Brendan will do every day. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much, Jess, for your welcoming and very warm speech. I'll now like to invite Victor up to the lectern. Victor is the best man.
Hey everyone, good evening. For those who don't know me, my name is Victor, and I've had the absolute pleasure of being the best man to this wonderful couple here today. A little backstory about mine and Brendan's relationship here. Brendan was the best man at my wedding 11 years ago, but he and I go back a little bit before that to middle school a tiny bit, but mostly in high school is where our friendship kind of blossomed. Brendan would sit behind me on the school bus, and I would notice his long, slender fingers creep over the back of my seat, reach over as we slowly got to know each other, and we bonded over a shared love of video games and board games, mostly games. And in a way, I think this is kind of a good showcase as to how my best friend has changed over the years, and more specifically, how he's changed since he met Sam, but also stayed the same lovable guy he's always been. We still bond over video games and board games, usually on Thursday nights as well, while Sam's having her date night with Jess. Works out really, really well. But in contrast, his fingers are no longer slender. This guy, he's actually beefed up quite a bit since he met Sam. In a couple different ways. They encourage each other to work out, which is like something we should all aspire to do. But also, I know that Sam is an exquisite cook, so I know he's beefing up that way too. He's pretty lucky. I have really enjoyed experiencing their growth together, and I'm super excited to be a part of and witness their continued growth in this new chapter of their lives. Getting to know Sam specifically over the past few years has been awesome. She's been nothing but kind and warm, understanding and supportive, and like a ton of other great adjectives. I only had 2 to 5 minutes in her little schedule today, so I won't go on forever. And I recently got to meet some of Sam's closest friends and family, and I can truly say that I'm honored to be among such wonderful people here today. I feel today probably similarly to the way Brendan felt 11 years ago, and that I'm so happy for these two. And even though I get to spend a little bit less time with him, I get to spend some extra time with Sam and them as a couple, and I know how happy they are and make each other. And I'll just close out one of my favorite little anecdotes about Brendan when they started dating was that he'd make a pretty solid effort, like once a year before he met Sam, to go on a date and try to get out there. And it was like every year he'd come back and he'd tell me as we're playing video games, he's like, you know what, I don't think this is the one. And then he had his first date with Sam, and he said, I think I just had my last first date. But maybe as we raise a glass to them, I think this is your true last first date as a married couple. So to Brendan and Sam, we love you guys.
Hi, how's everyone doing today? I hope the food has been delightful and you're all full and ready for dessert. Coming up shortly. But first, we have some more speeches. And our first speech is from Brendan's two sisters, Kathleen and Danielle.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear us? Is it okay? Okay. So, as you mentioned, we're Brendan's older sisters. I'm Kathleen. This is Danielle. Thank you. And
We're tall.
we're very tall. Yes. So we met Brendan in June 1992 when he was born in our parents' bedroom. Yes, on purpose. We spent the whole morning making birthday cards for him on the computer and shaking a baby rattle next to our thrilled mother as she was in labor. When he finally emerged, our first impressions of him were that he was naked, cried very loudly, was a little slime covered, and was entirely cute.
Not much has changed. But he's a lot quieter than that first day, and we're glad to see that he's wearing a suit today. Brendan was our little baby that we've been fighting over for the last 32 years. Despite our age difference, he quickly revealed himself to be intellectually superior, winning math awards and answering rhetorical questions with accurate answers of what the odds of something actually are.
Brendan and I share a love of nerdy things: badminton, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, and chess, which he taught me how to play when I was in high school, well enough that I was able to compete in some chess tournaments.
If you're unaware of their 9-year age gap, this means that Brendan was in grade 1 and beating his 15-year-old sister at chess. I don't share any nerdy passions with Brendan, but he is my absolute favorite person to roast our dad with. He is always supplying us with new material, so the laughs never end. Speaking of laughter, Brendan's early artistic expression brought great joy to our family, most notably his self-portrait that hung in our bathroom and his famous poem, Books. He produces less art these days, but our children will tell you that he is a fun factory. Brendan is undisputably the fun uncle. He brings games, he wears the funny shirts we buy him, he knows how to set up any video game system, he gets on the floor, and he's an excellent tickler, according to my daughter, Briar. Brendan has many qualities that we know will make him a great husband, including the aforementioned poetry and answering of rhetorical questions. He's loyal, he's great at making mashed potatoes, and he's extremely patient and even-keeled. Not much seems to rattle him, and he hides it really well when he thinks someone is an idiot.
He also comes with 2 great sisters and brothers-in-law, A+ husband material. Enter Sam. She's incredibly thoughtful, kind, generous, and most importantly, we're fairly certain she's even smarter than Brendan. So he doesn't need to be the smartest person in our family anymore. We loved getting to know Sam over the last 3 years, and we're so glad to be able to spend time getting to know her family and close friends this weekend. Sam, thank you for all of your hard work putting this together, and this amazing day has turned out just perfectly. You look amazing. The two of you are an incredible match. You're both intelligent, caring people who share an awesome love of games, Sam's baking, and willingness to try new things. We are each celebrating 10 years of marriage in 2025, so we have the wisdom and advice needed to get you through at least 9 years of marriage. Laugh with each other, be each other's biggest supporters, and don't take each other for granted. Cherish this marriage. Let it be a light for you in dark places when all other lights go out.
For my fellow non-nerds, that was a Lord of the Rings quote. See, Kathleen, I told you they would like that quote better than, "These aren't the droids you're looking for."
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
We've reached our Star Wars quote limit, so we'll end with our sincere well wishes for both an amazing time celebrating today and a happy start to your new life together. We love you both, and we hope the happiness you have tonight is only the beginning of your beautiful, long marriage.
The next speech is from Sam's brothers, Jeff and TJ.
All right. Well, I'll start off with we're two brothers that are short, but we're just as good as the tall sisters, I promise. I also want to start off with just thanking the venue and all the staff that's making this night memorable for everybody. The photographers and videographers, everybody sacrificing their Saturday night for us, we appreciate you. I have a little story from when my sister first met Brendan, and she used to video call my fiance and I just asked advice and talk about cute things and funny things about her and Brendan. But I knew that Brendan was going to be serious for her when she forced us to get on a call with her, and she had all this smile on her face. She was giddy, couldn't wait to get it out. And she finally told us that her and Brendan, they got to finally hold hands for the first time. I'm telling you, she was so happy. It was amazing. But I knew right then and there that Brendan was going to be probably the one for her, because if something as small as holding hands can make her that happy, I know that anything else he can do in life will make her happy. And if she's happy and he's happy, I'm happy for them. Because to me, Sam's been more than just a sister. She's been a friend, a role model, an inspiration, always getting better in school than us. But one of my fondest memories that I have of her growing up was when I don't know how old I was, maybe 5 or 6, 7. She used to always invite me into her room, have a little sleepover for the night, but she'd be sure to put scary movies on for us. But it was the best because no matter how scared I got and worried, she always made me feel safe and know that at the end of the movie, she was there to comfort me. So she oozes with love, passion, care for others, and a lot of the times you might consider that her to be angry, hatred, and a lot of crazy going on. But the fact that they have each other now through this journey of life makes me so proud, because I know firsthand just how beautiful life can be when you do it with the right person beside you.
I'm not going to do as well as that, but I'll try my best here. So before we get started, I just wanted to point out how beautiful my sister looks tonight. Brandon, you look good too. When I first heard about this engagement, I was so happy for them. So happy for them to be taking this next step together and for an amazing guy like Brendan to be joining our family. I couldn't have asked for a better man to be marrying my sister. Now I want to take a moment to talk about my sister. We first met back in the early 90s, and though there was much love at the beginning, it quickly turned into a pretty fierce sibling rivalry. She was always snitching on me. Mom, I heard Jeff was swearing when he was playing video games last night. There goes my Xbox for the weekend. Yep. Or how about the automated phone message calling from the school, and my sister answers, Mom, Jeff skipped class. You could have just hung up the phone, you know. Growing up as her younger brother was no small task. She would always do well in school. She was a valedictorian of her class, steered clear of all trouble, and always did her homework and got straight A's in every subject. Well, almost every subject. There was gym class, of course. And being a part of a sports family, Sam always did her best to keep up with us. Many people might not know, but Sam was a multi-sport athlete as well. She played softball, she did taekwondo, and she was a hip-hop dancer. And although she wasn't very good at any of these sports, she always tried, she always did her best. And at the end of the day, I think that just goes to show you the type of person that she is. And what was once a fierce sibling rivalry has now turned into one of the best friendships I have in life. Sam has been there for me during my darkest times and continues to be my bright light when I need it the most. She has a heart of gold, she wants the best for you, and doesn't shy away from telling you the hard truth, even if you might not want to hear it. Her ability to tackle life head on continues to impress me every day, and I couldn't be prouder of the woman she's become. I've had the pleasure of spending many nights with Brendan and Sam together, and they complement each other so well. Sam likes to yell at Brendan, and Brendan likes to get yelled at by Sam. It seems like the marriage has already started, so this should be an easy transition. But in all seriousness, I couldn't think of two people better suited for each other, and I can't wait to see what the future has in store for both of them. To Brendan and Sam.
All right, our next speech is going to be Joe, Sam's dad, and Andrea, Sam's stepmom.
That's going to be hard to follow. TJ and Jeff, that was good. We would like to start off by thanking everyone for celebrating this special day with Sam and Brendan.
That's her, not.
I forgot my Kleenex.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's okay. I'll be okay. So yes, like they said, I'm Samantha's stepmom, Andrea, and this is Sam's dad, Joe.
You might want to go.
No, I'm okay.
It's not Kleenex, but it's a napkin, darling.
Thank you.
It's the best I can do. Come on, it's the best I can do. Go, darling.
Sam's dad and I have been together 21 years, almost 22. When Joe and I were first dating, he would not let me meet his 3 children until he knew
Oh, it's coming.
that we were serious and I wasn't going to go anywhere.
Oh, yes.
Stop talking.
Okay. They could hear you, by the way.
During that time that Joe and I were dating, he was nice enough to give me a drawer in his bathroom so that when I spent the night, I could have my toiletry items available. Well, one day, 12-year-old Sam decided to be snooping in her dad's bathroom, and she came across my special drawer. Sam got the sneaky idea that she was going to leave me handwritten notes. I don't remember what they all said. I really wish I kept them. But the ones I do remember I know who you are. And be careful with my dad. I'm not sure if Sam was trying to scare me away or what. I have no idea. But I am glad that she didn't, because I had the privilege of watching her grow up from that sneaky 12-year-old girl into a beautiful, smart, loving woman that she is today. I didn't know back then that one day I'd have the honor of speaking at her wedding. Thank you, Sam, for not scaring me away. Brendan, you and Sam are so lucky to have found each other. When Sam brings you home to visit from time to time, I always am in awe of how, like the love that I see between you. The way you look at each other, the way you talk to each other, and the way you comfort each other. It's hard not to notice the strong connection. I wish you both nothing but happiness in your life together. And now, I will allow Joe, the father of the bride, to speak.
Sam, you can correct me. Is my 5 minutes up?
Yeah, as long as you want.
Peter, you don't have to edit the speech. We can go as long as we want now. We're good. Okay, I'll go quicker. I'll try and go way quicker. I'll fly through. It's only like 12 pages. We're good. Okay, today I had the incredible privilege of walking my daughter down the aisle. Something I've been looking forward to since the first time I held her. Sam was in no hurry to get in the world. Labor started June 6th. Her birthday's June 8th. And it lasted 27 hours. Wasn't my pain. When she finally decided to bless the world with her presence, I was amazed that a nurse would hand a young man a newly born baby. I took Sam out in the hall, in my right arm, like a football player would carry a football, and walked her up and down the hallways for 10 minutes before I returned to the room. That was my first experience with her. From a young age, Sam's had a great drive to get things done, from homework to keeping her room clean to her master's degree. Her drive and determination took another step when she found Brendan. God damn it, I get in trouble for that all the time. Brendan, during COVID, and they made things work during that difficult time when couples who already knew each other were having a hard time. A new couple actually was able to flourish. That's amazing. That's page 1. We're getting there. No, there's not 6 more. There's only like 3.5. We're getting there. Sam's always been a very protective soul who looked after everyone. She would always look out for her brothers, her grandparents, and she'd even call me frequently to check in to see how I was doing. As a young child, she seemed to be too worried about how I was instead of just being a kid. I would always talk to her, get through it, just remind her, go, have fun, be a kid, don't worry about me. Drive, yeah. For Samantha, might be a pertinent word, especially when it came to learning how to drive a car. When Sam got her permit, she asked me to teach her how to drive. I'm like, sure, how hard could it be? You learn to ride a bike in like 10 minutes, should be a piece of cake. Well, after one short lesson, I was like, yeah, I'm out. Thank goodness Andrea was willing to take on that task, a task I gladly passed on. Andrea took her out, never complained. Not once, at least as long as Sam knew. Me? Yeah, that's a different story. I heard all about it. Okay, page 3, we're getting there. After only a few weeks, Sam announced to everybody's surprise that she'd booked her driving test. Yeah, here we go. Sam took driver's education, again, crash course over a quick March break, I believe it was. Yeah, I'll just do my driver's course over March break, sure. Well, she went for a driver's test. Couldn't drive. Passed. I don't know who the hell she flirted with, but she passed. I was sure it was the first test she was ever going to fail in her life. Nope, she passed. And I'm truly appreciated that Sam carries on my love for food and cooking. Okay. That passion served her well as her and Brendan's relationship continues to grow and grow. And I believe Sam found her perfect match. The two seem to complement each other very well. Brendan's mild manner is exactly what Sam needs and allows her to be a better person. Brandon's maturity and complexity is a perfect match. For Samantha, his kind soul and life planning attracted Samantha wholeheartedly. Brandon's condo downtown Ottawa was an experience for Samantha, who's always been a suburban girl. When they moved in together and we were able to spend time together, Sam loved every minute of it. The spacious gourmet kitchen was just a cherry on top. You're welcome. I'd like to thank Brandon for his patience and love for my daughter and hope it continues to grow as the two grows old together. Brandon, welcome to the family. Andrea, you can have your glass of wine now.
For our last couple of speeches, well, these are the last couple speeches for tonight. The first one is Sam's mom and stepdad, Allison and Jerry.
Hi, everybody. So nice to meet Brandon's family finally. When I first met Sam about 10 years ago, Allie goes, "What do you think?" And I was picturing this stick of dynamite in a little tiny package, and I thought, "Oh, she sure is bubbly." And when I first met Brendan, he's so calm and cool and collect. So I think the two of you make a really nice couple, and you balance each other out, and I'm glad you found the one.
Well, thanks, Jerry, for stealing this. There. Whoop. Shit, sorry. I got it. I was supposed to start, by the way. Hello, everyone. My name is Allison Chen, and I am the bride's mom, and this is my husband, Jerry Snell, Sam's stepdad. And we wanted to thank all of you who came from far and near to join us for this very momentous day and the loving uniting of Samantha and Brendan. As I look at my daughter today, I am filled with pride and joy. It feels like yesterday when she made me a mom for the first time and changed my life forever. All of a sudden, everything that happened to me before this time was erased, and my life would begin now. Priorities shifted, I had purpose, direction, and most importantly, I had unconditional love. Now she stands before us as a beaming, beautiful bride. Throughout her childhood, I knew Sam was a unique and independent girl. When she was told to go outside and play, instead of finding her playing with toys or her brothers, I would find her next door sitting on the front porch of Mrs. Bat, our 60-something-year-old neighbor, having tea and toast, just chatting up a storm. And another favorite moment was around the age of 5, after growing her hair long for most of her life, saying to the hairdresser one time, "Please, just cut it all off." I stood there shocked, but I didn't say anything. I got in a lot of trouble by many people, but I said it was her decision. She's just like that, and she wanted to make the decision, and I thought the bob cut was absolutely suited her. And it made her happy. Happy that I didn't have to brush out any more tangles, that is. outsmarted by a 5-year-old. Damn! Sam has had to overcome many obstacles in her life, including moving far from home for school and eventually permanently. That sometimes worried me, but luckily for me, she found so many supportive friends who made my concerns just melt away and helped shape Sam into the incredible woman she is today. That's all you blue people over there. She is one of my greatest gifts, and I am so grateful and thankful to you all. Sorry, yeah, you're standing in my way.
Yeah.
Sam, I could not be more proud of all of your life accomplishments. You have worked hard to get to where you are, and you have grown into a resilient woman who has persevered in the face of challenges. She's artistic in expressing herself with thoughtful, creative outlets. And you have really been a loyal and devoted individual to your family and loved ones. You never cease to amaze me. Oh, yeah, Brendan. To be honest, I can't recall the exact moment Sam told me about you. But what comes to mind, which many people have already said, it was during COVID. And what I remember was that you had a lot of your first few dates walking around outside. And then I remember that you lived close to Jess's place. So Sam all of a sudden had to go to Jess's place quite often. And I knew that she was spending some time with Brendan too. The main thing was her just shining and having that perma smile whenever she spoke about you. Totally adorable. Well, Brendan, since you made it this far, I guess we'll welcome you to the family. All right, all kidding aside, after spending time with Sam and Brendan during some of the wedding plans and organizing, I got to see Brendan in action. What I saw was a true partner in the execution of everything you are seeing here today, contributing and sharing ideas and really supporting her with all challenges that came up and participated in every task that was ahead of them. When Sam was feeling overwhelmed, I would see him walk over, give her a reassuring hug, giving a sense of, we are in this together. Thank you so much for loving her so deeply. You both complement each other beautifully. I guess I'm not reading this part that you're supposed to read?
Yeah.
Okay. He's going again.
The other one just came to my head.
Okay, yeah.
This is my little speech. I'd just like to say congratulations in finding the one. Some people can go their whole lives and never find that. Someone to call home. And wherever that may be, it doesn't matter, as long as you have each other. We love you both, wish you love, honesty, happiness, and forever with each other. That was hard to say.
I knew he was gonna cry. He's gonna cry before me, I like it. Anyways, I will conclude with a quote from one of my favorite shows, Modern Family. A lot can happen to a family over the years. New additions, new struggles. You don't always mark the moments because you are too busy taking care of life. The best you can do sometimes is remind yourself to cherish every single moment. But life is full of change, some big, some small, and that's all a lot easier if you've got people who love you, helping you face whatever life throws at you. Don't miss a chance to let the people you appreciate know that. Now please raise a glass to wish these two newlyweds a lifetime of love, laughter, and happiness. Love you guys!
Up next is a speech from Brendan's parents, Peter and Margaret.
We are excited and happy to be here with all of you to celebrate together. Brendan is our most wonderful youngest child, and this is the third wedding for our children. Thank you to everyone who has come to beautiful Gatineau for this and Sam and Brendan's celebration. It's good that we're here.
Okay.
all of Sam's women had so much fun this morning in our navy blue pajamas. Sam arranged delicious food for us. I wasn't surprised, and I'm sure that Allison and Andrea weren't surprised either, because Sam showed the same care in December when the three of us went shopping for her lovely wedding dress. Food and taking care of people, that's Sam. Sam's husband has always marched, he's always marched to the beat of his own drum. We look forward to Brendan's home birth around July 25th. And with over a month to go, we hadn't yet taken out any baby paraphernalia. But on June 22nd, a month early, more than a month early, Brendan signaled that I would not be finishing the last few days of the school year. He had other plans for his mother the next day. Our friend Marguerite ran out and saved the day by buying a sleeper and a box of diapers.
As you heard already, Danielle and Kathleen were there to welcome their brother. Word quickly went up and down the street that the new baby was born. Now, you might remember that the Lion King movie was very popular with our crowd then. And from the second floor bedroom window, we held Brendan up. And the neighborhood kids, and 3 of them are here tonight, they all said, "It's just like Simba." In September 96, Brendan started, he went to French school, so of course he started maternelle, and he had an Ernie in his backpack, his best buddy. School lunches were a challenge for Brendan. He didn't want sandwiches, and we tried lots of options. We eventually discovered that he could manage on a large bunch of carrots for lunch. And I mean just carrots. I wondered if he was trading them for French fries or other treats. And I checked with his friends, who reported, no, Brendan always ate those carrots in those school years. And I was grateful that he didn't take on an Ernie carotene kind of skin tone. But Brendan also makes friends. He makes good friends. And there are many of them here today.
We were proud to learn that Brendan was a good friend at school, especially the day Kelly faced a bully and needed someone to go to the office with him. When Brendan's report cards came home, we wondered where he got his aptitude for math. He continues to amaze us as he deftly points out the flaws in our logical thinking. I will always treasure memories of the August days when Brendan would help me get my classroom ready. He worked patiently at the tasks I asked him to do, more than once taking advantage of the driving rain by parking the paint easels outside to loosen the caked-on tempera paint.
When Brendan was a school kid, we encouraged him to try out many sports. You might not know that Brendan tried fencing at Queen's. I personally think it was the similarity to the lightsaber maneuvers that caught his attention. He's a fine canoeist, and we've enjoyed many wilderness canoe trips together. He likes to ski, and we explored the hills of Mont-Tremblant, the eastern townships, and Kicking Horse Mountain in British Columbia.
Brendan was a very patient skier with me.
Come over here.
I used to go at my own pace on the greenest of green runs. But the day finally came when he headed off down the mountain in search of speedier company.
He discovered his passion with badminton at Marie Riviere, and many after-school days were spent with his friends and the fine coaching of Madame Consigny.
Brendan got his start in curling at an event at the Garrison Curling Club in Kingston, and it wasn't long before he was a junior member at the Royal Kingston Club. He has the distinction of being the first curler to throw a rock at the official opening of the club in 2006, and he was a regular junior curler all through high school.
We enjoyed gatherings of Brendan's friends at our dining room table when word came that the lads were coming over to play Kemet. There would be hours of almost always friendly back and forth on the strategies, the rules, and then the creation of their own supplemental rules to the rules. Bowls of chips and hummus fueled those board game strategists.
My parents, Ed and Eleanor Ford, would be delighted to see that their grandson has grown into a remarkable young man.
As a younger Coghlan cousin, Brendan joined in all the fun at Beaver Lake when the extended family gathered together. So many fine memories, and many of those cousins are here today. Hey, cousins. Brendan was young when my mom died, but they had a close connection. And Brendan had a strong bond with his grandfather. My dad would visit us for many Sunday dinners, holidays, and the two of them would tease one another. If there was help needed at the Rosewood, Brendan was there. Brendan's wedding ring is now another connection with his grandfather.
Brendan used to participate in fitness activities at his workplace, but they shut down during the pandemic. Now, Brendan has a beautiful, active, encouraging companion with a disciplined schedule of home-based fitness activities. Brendan and Sam enjoy many outings around Ottawa, and when they visit Kingston, we are happy to join them for vigorous walks to help us work off Sam's latest baking triumph. We are happy that Brendan has chosen to spend his life with Sam and that she is now a part of our lives. She is smart, kind, generous, hardworking, and devoted to our son. We enjoyed meeting Allison, Jerry, her brothers, and their partners 2 years ago. We met Sam's father, Joe, and Andrea last month in Cobourg. It's easy to see how Sam became such a wonderful human being.
So Sam and Brendan and all your wonderful guests, catch your breath. Take a moment. Right now, here in the evening of October the 12th, look around this room. We are so grateful that you are surrounded with friends, your immediate and extended families, and your parents. Hold this moment in your heart. Hold it, as it will never come again. So,
here are our wishes for you. May your joy in life and in one another increase and deepen.
May your excitement for life and for each other intensify.
May your compassion for yourselves and for others continue to grow.
And may our support and love for each of you, Sam and Brendan, continue for as long as you live.
May you always may you always know and hold close the love and friendship that is here today.
So please join us in saying hooray and a toast for Sam and Brendan. Thank you.
All right. Final speech for the night. Please welcome your newlyweds, Sam and Brendan.
This is way too low for you. What are you talking? No, that looks ridiculous. Okay, is this a happy medium?
Yep. All right, hello. I'm Brendan. And this is my wife, Sam. We did it. What a journey this has been.
Hi, I'm Sam. This is my husband, Brendan. We can't believe that so many people who are so special to us and our life together are all here in one room. You're all here because you've been part of our life and our love story.
We'd like to thank everybody here for coming to celebrate with us. We're so very grateful for your presence. We hope you've enjoyed yourselves as much as we have. Big thanks to the staff of the Belvédère for all their support, and thank you to the kitchen staff for all the amazing food and drinks. Special shout out to our wedding coordinator, Grant, over there, for all his help responding day and night to our 20 email long chain.
Thank you to Bethany, Luke, and the Grey Loft team for capturing this special day for us. Your experience with the Belvédère and all things wedding has been invaluable in calming our nerves. You have the answers to all of our questions and concerns, so thank you very much. Thanks to our DJ, Michael Capaciti. You've been great. And the night is young. We're excited to see what jams you'll be spinning. To Scott, Alex, and Pauline, it's been so special to have such close friends conducting our ceremony and the reception. Thank you for spending time with us to customize it all.
Big thanks to our wedding party for their tremendous support getting us ready for this day. And special thanks to Victor and Jess for organizing our mixed bachelorette party, which was a ton of fun. Neither of us have ever been whipped with wet, hot Russian leaves before. To Sam's parents and family, the Trifolies and the Chens, thank you for bringing me into the fold. It was another Thanksgiving only 3 years ago when I first met most of you. And it's been good times and great food ever since. Here's to many more. To my own mom and dad, your love and guidance has made me who I am, and I'm so proud to have you as my parents. Kathleen, Danielle, and I have been guided all our lives by your wisdom, generosity, and patience. Your own marriage will serve as an example for Sam and I to follow. Thank you.
To Brendan's parents, thank you so much for being so welcoming right from the first days we spent together at the cottage. Don't worry, Peter, I still remember meeting you first when Brendan was sneaking me out and you showed up early to pick him up for Easter. You become family to me, and I feel so at home with you. To the Coglins and the Fords, thank you for being so welcoming. I felt like one of the crew from day one of meeting all of you. With big hugs and huge personalities, I feel so fortunate to have you as part of my life. Oh, gotta turn this way. Thank you. To my mom and dad, who at the ages of 20 and 22 put their lives on hold to raise me and my brothers. You raised me to be independent, strong, and thoughtful, to treat others how I would like to be treated. Thank you both for all of your love and sacrifice to give me a life full of opportunity. Shout out to my mom, who was down in Ottawa every 3 to 4 weeks for the last few months to come to all of my dress fittings and help with all of our miscellaneous tasks. To Andrea and Jerry, thank you for stepping into such huge roles as my step-parents and accepting me and loving me for all that I am. The four of you show me what it means to have caring and loving partners. You served a role in showing me what I truly deserved in a husband, and in the end, I found Brendan, the partner I never imagined I'd find.
We think also of our friends and family who couldn't make it today. We understand that we all have busy lives and face unique challenges. Even though you couldn't be here, we are thankful to have you in our lives and look forward to seeing you in the future as a married couple. I'd like to really reiterate how thankful I am to be here and how lucky I feel to be up here with my wonderful wife, surrounded by all of your love. This is such an incredible feeling. Thank you, everyone. There's one other person I need to thank, and she's right here with me. I proposed all those years ago,
No, it's okay. Take a second, it's okay.
and you accepted. Neither of us fully understood the process we had set in motion. If you look around your tables, you'll see the evidence of the love and care that Sam puts into every aspect of our life. From the handwritten name cards with meal stickers from Latvia, and their hand-decorated little logs, which you should take home, by the way, to the carefully assembled centerpieces. Some of that moss is from the dollar store down the street, and some was shipped here from England. But all of it was carefully placed to match our vision. No speech can hope to capture all of the chaos that went into planning this wedding. So let me just say that it's been my great honor to be your partner throughout all of it, and I'm so glad that I'll be spending the rest of my life with you. Thank you, Sam. I love you.
Thank you.
Damn, I nearly made it.
Thank you, Brendan, for the kind, sweet, and generous words. Sorry, that's what we wrote. A wedding quickly becomes an event bigger than anything you could have imagined, with more decisions than I would have ever thought I would make in my entire life. I truly want to thank Brendan for his endless work on the website, the bios, this speech, and every little thing that needed his touch to make it perfect. He has grown so much through this process, and I'm so proud of him. Did you see that amazing dancing? I'm so grateful to have had such a loving and supportive fiance to help me with everything. Thank you, Brendan, for supporting all of my crazy ideas, for helping me through my frantic breakdowns, and all the challenges we've had to face. I always thought we were a team, but there was nothing that compared to the teamwork it took to make an idea of a wedding come to reality. I will forever feel lucky that you've chosen me to be your wife. I love you too.